Uber and Lyft drivers, are you looking for a $2,000 a week strategy? Check this out. Okay, so before I start this video, I would like to ask you all, if you find my content helpful in any way, I would like to ask you to subscribe, like, and share, and hit that notification bell so you can stay updated on my latest content. Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes. Okay, now, I know a lot of drivers, especially new drivers, are out there searching on the internet, YouTube, Facebook, wherever they can find content at, looking for other Uber and Lyft drivers that, may have a strategy to help them make $2,000 or more a week. Um, everybody out there for that money, so you're trying to find a strategy that's going to get you right to it. But listen, people, this is a reality check. And this may come off as somewhat like the uncomfortable truth, some shit you probably don't want to hear. But you have to accept it because it's the truth. My people, there ain't no motherfucking strategy that's going to make you $2,000 a week that somebody can show you or sell you on the internet. So all of this searching for the strategies to make $2,000 a week and all of that shit, just kill it. Just leave it alone. Take that energy and focus on creating your own goddamn strategy in your own city and in the area of your city, so that you can create a certain amount of income for yourself. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be $2,000, but I'm going to explain to you all why screenshot chasing on YouTube and Facebook is detriment to any drivers. Now, let's talk about where all this comes from. You got Uber and Lyft drivers that's posting their screenshots of their earnings that they're making in their cities, in the areas of their cities that they're driving in, right? You may have somebody driving in Atlanta, New York, Florida, Miami, Chicago, it could be in Philadelphia somewhere, in various hot spots around in the United States, right? So, they would post their screenshots of their earnings that they're making, like 2,000, 3,000, something like that. They're driving. Let's just clear this up. Those people are actually making that money. Those are not fake screenshots. Those drivers are actually making that money. But they're making that money in the city and the area of the city that they are driving in. Okay? That is important. And here's why. Because when it comes down to a strategy that they created for their self in their city, that strategy was built based on the demand for rides in the algorithm in their area of their city. I hope you people are with me, because I'm preaching some real shit. No, I'm speaking some real shit to you, okay? That demand is in the algorithm is in their city and the area of their city that they're driving in. Whether it's 2-3 localities in there within their city. It's the demand that's in their city. So these people are actually making this money that they're posting these screenshots, right? They're working 10 to 12 hours a day. Some of them working 7 days a week. They're working 7 to 8 hours a week, okay? Driving around the clock, right? This is what you drivers, new drivers especially, and for other drivers that can't seem to figure out why they're not making the money that these people are making that's posting these screenshots, need to understand. In everybody's city, an area of this city that you're driving in, the algorithm is going to operate different. And that means that our algorithm is going to operate based on the demand for rides in your area. This goes for the bonuses that they disperse, the ride, meaning the ride streaks and the trip bonuses and all different types of things that they have implemented in Uber and Lyft's app in the way of bonuses. Okay? Surge pricing and all these types of $3 and $2 extra that they want to offer you and things during high demand times of the day, right? That is created by the demand and algorithm in your city, in the area of your city. Can't no person on the internet that's posting screenshots of the money that they're making on a weekly basis that lives in Las Vegas tell you that live in North Carolina. Okay, this is something I'm using as an example. How to make that same amount of money that they're making. They don't have no strategy. That not for you. They have a strategy that works for them in their city and in the area of their city. But they don't have a strategy for you in North Carolina. He in Las Vegas, she in Las Vegas, them folks thousands of miles away. Hundreds of miles away. Whatever it is. You got to create a strategy in your area that works for you based on the demand for the rides in your area. Now, new drivers, you need to pay attention to this. I get a lot of comments from new drivers, Uber and Lyft drivers, and they only been driving a week or two, a month or two, and they're not driving but maybe 2 to 3 days out of the week, right? And they're not seeing the money that they want to see. So they basically are looking for strategies. This is what you all have to do. When you sign up to Uber and Lyft as a new driver, get out there and drive. Put a schedule together that you can drive. Be consistent. The algorithm has to learn your behavior. Let me repeat that, okay? The algorithm has to learn your driving behaviors. They need to know what time you're going to be driving. They need to know how many days of the week you're going to be driving. They're going to need to know how far you're willing to drive on trips when you're driving. It's a lot of things that they need to learn. That algorithm has to learn your behavior. If that algorithm is confused by your driving behaviors, it's just going to make the algorithm seem like you're just a waste of time. The algorithm has millions of people around the world where Uber and Lyft is at that's driving that they need to focus on. If you're getting out there for the drive on Monday for 2 hours to get you enough money to get you some weed that don't get you high, or you want to get you something to eat or something, or you might need some gas, and then you don't drive Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, and then you come back out there on Friday with the same motive. Hey, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna get me enough money to get me a half an ounce of reefer and put some gas in my car. You know that you're not gonna make no money. You're not. A lot of you all probably gonna be doing DoorDash and Uber Eats and everything else to try to compensate for what you're not making as a driver on Lyft or Uber. Y'all are all over the place. The algorithm is confused by your behaviors. So they're not going to kick out any money to you. So y'all going to be the ones that's really looking for a strategy to make $2,000 a week. And can't nobody, nowhere else, hundreds or thousands of miles away from you, give you a strategy that's going to make you the same amount of money that they're making. No, that algorithm operates different based on the map and the demand in that map. And that's it. The bonuses. A lot of drivers always send messages saying, yeah, I barely get bonuses. And then when I do get bonuses, they send different types of bonuses. It's at the times of night when I'm not driving and all this and all that. Let me tell you why that is happening. Again, everything that happens to drivers, the way you get your bonuses, the certain amount of bonuses that they want to pay you, how often they give you these ride challenges or bonuses that seems like an extra boost in income, that's all based on the demand for riders in your area. That's it. They got a pool. They have a they take a portion of the money and put it in a pool. If you're driving in a low demand area and you barely see bonuses and you barely making money on a daily basis or whenever it is you're out there driving, you know what I'm saying? You're going to see very low bonuses. That's all based on the demand of your area. That means you have more drivers than ride requests. That means they have to share that small pot bonus pool with all the drivers. And even in low demand areas, there is some portions of low demand areas where drivers are making a little bit more money than the other drivers. And some drivers are lucky enough to be in that area and they might do a little bit more better than another driver. But when the bonuses are low, the ride challenges barely come in, they want you to do this many rides that seems ridiculous for this low amount of money and all that stuff, you're in a low demand area. Okay? They got more drivers in your area than they have riders. And you're going to struggle to make money. Their algorithm operates that way. You know, I take time every day or a couple of days a week to go back and try to give you all information on things that I did not understand as a driver when I started driving. And I couldn't find it nowhere. All the time I searched on YouTube and on the internet looking around, man, all I saw was people posting screenshots. Screenshots of a trip that they made, that they got paid. That, hey, I made $190 for 60 miles. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. Oh, I made $2,700 this week. You know, and it was like, I was like, man, if they can do that, I can do that. And I did not understand how all this worked until I shut up, stopped complaining, got out there and drove. People, you have to be a sponge Learn from everything that you dislike about being a driver on Uber and Lyft and use that to your benefit. This means you're creating a system of things that you're not going to do, trips you're not going to take, people you're not going to deal with. All that. You got to be a sponge. If you are super emotional about things that's happening to you, either by what the algorithm is doing, you're not making any money, you're dealing with bad customers, things is happening and stuff like that. If you're too emotional behind these things, you're not going to be able to focus on all of the real shit that's happening. The real shit is happening right there in your face. How you process it determines how you're going to succeed out here as a driver. Man, let me tell you something. This is Rideshare Real Talk you're talking to, or that's talking to you. I'm going to take my time and tell you people, you drivers, and you people out there that want to know this information, I'm going to take my time and tell you this shit because I love you and I do not want you to have to suffer out here. I'm going to provide you the information that I did not have. Okay? No, I don't portray to be an expert or a guru. I'm just me, a motherfucking driver. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm slowly backing out of this shit because I got some other things that I'm about to put all my time to. Okay? Such as helping y'all be better drivers and helping y'all understand a lot of the bullshit that you're being faced with on a daily basis. Okay? Again, to all my fellow drivers out there, especially you new drivers, and it's you people that's on the fence about signing up, this information right here that I'm giving you today about these strategies to make $2,000 a week, it all resonated from screenshots of people posting them on the internet in different places from different states and cities, hundreds of miles and thousands of miles away from where you are. The algorithm operates completely different in their area. That strategy that they created for them in their area, tell them bring that son of a bitch to your city. If Uber and Lyft allow them to drive in your city and do the exact same thing. Drive in them low demand and medium low demand area and let's see you make that kind of money in 10 to 12 hours. With the price of gas, juggling the price of gas, and all the bullshit you got to deal with the customers. Okay? Prove it in multiple states, cities. Prove it in multiple cities. Don't give somebody in another city your strategy and then do a call with them on a video and talk to them about the money that they made following your strategy. So you can prove to people that that strategy actually works. That's a marketing tactic, people. Don't fall for that. The algorithm operates different in every city, in every area of every city. The only way a driver will be able to give you a strategy to make you $2,000 a week as if he has to be driving in the same area of your city that you're driving in. Or close by, 2-3 miles down the street, had to be right there. Because if somebody, any other way, any other types of strategy, from somebody going being hundreds and thousands of miles away, man, that's utter bullshit. That's utter bullshit. Listen, this is what This is the catch. And I'm going to end this video in a minute, but let me give you some real game. So, let's say you take their strategy or you buy it. Because, see, ain't nothing free. If they give it to you for free, that's a lead magnet. Hear me out. You give something away for free so that you can charge them when they use it and it don't work. So a lot of YouTubers and people on content creators on Facebook, they'll give you a free strategy or course that says that you can make a certain amount of money. All you got to do is follow their steps. Then once you get confused, you want to know what you're doing wrong. So then when you go back to them, niggas say, well, you can book a coaching call. Now, the coaching call may cost you anywhere from $75 to $100, 30 minutes to an hour. They charging more than doctors charging. They tell you what you're doing wrong driving using their system. Now, this is how they're going to tell you that you're using the system wrong. They're going to say, send me screenshots of your stats. Right? People, I'm giving you game. Listen. They're going to say, send me a screenshot of your stats. Oh, well, I see what's going on. I see that the peak times in your area is not when you're driving. You got to get out there and drive in the peak times. You got to do this. You got to do that. They're going to critique everything in your stats to prove to you that you are not driving right and that their system works wherever. Don't fall for that bullshit. Hey, by right, they can sell whatever they want. It's up to you to buy it. Rideshare Realtalk gonna tell you, man, get out there in your city, in the area of your city, especially you new drivers, and drive like a son of a bitch when you're able to. Let that algorithm learn your driving behaviors. What time of the day you're gonna be driving? How many days of the week you're going to be driving? How far are you willing to go on trips? And be consistent. No matter how long you can drive. The algorithm learns your behavior, then you start seeing a little bit of money. But you got to create a system based off the demand in your area. Because you can't make that kind of money if that demand ain't in your area. Okay? Hey. My name is Rideshare Realtalk. And if didn't nobody tell you that they love you today, I love you. I'm out.